Nityanandam Swamiji. So I have one question that when we remember the childhood incidents, some of them are our own memories and some are the memories that others have and they share with us. Oh, when you were a kid.
No,
this
even
happened.
that becomes yours. Once you feel one with it, it is yours.
Okay.
For example, some terror movies, you yourself may not have seen the ghost, but you would have been so one with that movie, that becomes, you want that as your own, you just swallow it.
Yeah. So you complete with both.
You have to complete with that also. The terror movies you saw at the age of 4, 5, 7, 8, which you just swallow it and make it as your own.
Okay.
How many of you have this kind of experience with these terror movies? I sincerely request, never ever spend time in watching horror movie, terror movie. It will directly damage your decision making mechanism. But the horror movie directly damages your possibility for living enlightenment, possibility for Advaita, and constantly agitates your inner space, which takes a lot of time for completion. So always the violence, horror, terrorizing, those scenes please avoid. And this recently one boy was killed by the tiger in the Delhi Zoo. That video becoming viral and watched by millions of people. I was so sad. Not sad, sadness can never come into me, that is different. For your sense, in your language, I should say that it was so bad that people should not be watching it. And see, nothing touches me. So, my case is different. But people should not be watching it, because if you watch it, you will own it up. See, listen carefully. You can never keep yourself separate from the scene. You will unconsciously put yourself in that scene and live the whole thing and create a pattern and incompletion. After that, completing with it and getting out of it becomes a big headache. See, and one of the worst problem is, some of the simple acts, through simple acts, the incompletion you can accumulate, stays in your system for 10, 12 years and all. 10, 12 years and all you will be struggling with it. That is why I am saying, don't accumulate. Understand? Don't accumulate, especially when you are trying to transform you spiritually. But you guys, your lives are very precious because you are all the possibility, hope for the future. The moment you become a seeker and started seeking, the ambition, spiritual ambition of the whole cosmos is waiting for you to flower. Understand? Now you are pregnant with that spiritual possibility. You can't afford to abort yourself. Cosmos can't afford to abort you. You are a great possibility. That is why I am telling, the moment a person starts seeking something beyond his sense, the moment he feels inspired by the Advaita or spiritual ideas, now he is no more ordinary human being. He needs to be protected, guided, raised and delivered as a baby, never aborted. You understand? So, do not allow the conscious abortion. And this tiger video will not just sit with you as a horror or anxiety. It will start even feeding your impossibility pattern. You understand? See, whenever you face your spouse, you will be sitting like that same boy. That visualization will overpower you. I'm just making very jovially, I'm telling spouse, but I'm not just whether your boss or any situation where you feel powerless, you will visualize that boy's powerlessness. Just one person with a spontaneous intelligence in that area, one matchbox and one shirt, and drop it near that boy, that would have enough to scare the tiger away. Stone will not scare the tiger, it will agitate. Fire will scare the tiger. Now only all of you thinking, oh God, such simple solution. You don't need a God, you don't need anything, just spontaneous intelligence. One person who was shooting in that area, one matchbox, one shirt is enough to save that boy. Everyone got into that panic mood. That is why 15 minutes the tiger gave time for him. He was not hungry. That's all you need. I can be sure many would have had lighter and matchbox. Everyone was having a shirt. One shirt, one matchbox. Burn it and throw it to that boy. If that boy waves that, that's enough. Please be honest. When you watched that video, how many of you had this click, this would have been the solution? That is why I am telling, making yourself more and more into the impossibility. Why should we? As if we have less karma and we call, please bring it. Why? See, whenever you go to the impossibility, the visual images you collected about the persons who are in the impossibility, that will be repeated, and it will become like a psychological chain for you to fall into that powerlessness and non-action. Just scan yourself subtly and see how many of you, when you fall into the impossibility, you visualize the scenes of impossible beings, persons who have seen in your life repeating in you. Raise your hand. It's a very subtle. Now you are adding material to that bank. Are you getting it? You are adding material to your wrong bank. And never watch these horror movies and the terrorizing movies. Keep it out of your system.